Hello and welcome to Saturday. We're back and we don't feel like a raging bag of crap, which I feel like I say that like every time. But you gotta understand is like I have been up and down in the crap scale for weeks. So by the time Saturday rolls around, I'm like, I think I feel good today. And then we find out that I'm a liar. Hi Laura. And also we had Kyoko drop a comment, booping the like button. Appreciate if you see this in Vodland. If you don't, that's cool too. It is 7 a.m., but I'm awake. I feel like that's valid. 7 a.m. sounds like a great time to be awake. Even though it's also 7 a.m. is a weird one for me because it can be too early and it also can be too late. Hubby's schedule changed again. This has been months ago now or a month ago. I have no fucking clue. But he has to be up at 4 o'clock every morning. So guess who's up at 4 o'clock every morning? Even today when he got called in and we slept in, or he slept in until 7 o'clock. I was still up at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is now my new life and I hate it. Oh, my coffee is sitting there staring at me. I wait 2 minutes before the stream started to make a coffee? Yes. It's how's it going? What are we working on? What's the dudes? I am stuck. And I'm not stuck in the traditional way you would figure that I'm stuck. Because I know what I want to work on, but I don't necessarily I feel like I should be working on other things. We have now reached the part in my mental journey where I'm like, Immortal Masquerade, I still want it to be my entire personality, but it's the 5th book in the series. I still have to draft the other ones. So I want to actually start Operation finish 4 more Zero drafts before the end of this year. But I'm like, but Immortal Masquerade. Immortal Masquerade makes my heart happy. Like, so like I want to work on book 2 and get that going. But yeah. Ooh, interesting. Good interesting or bad interesting? I mean, yeah, Happy Heart is always yay, but like if I keep fucking around with Immortal Masquerade, I'm not going to get the rest of the books, which means nobody's ever going to see Immortal Masquerade because I can't exactly publish them out of order. Now I am. Now can I? Now I am. What the see, this is why I need coffee. Even though we discovered last week that coffee doesn't really affect me, but I'm refusing to admit that defeat. And I keep making coffee. So yeah. Well, good, interesting is always good. If you feel like sharing it, I'm always into the idea of talking about dreams because dreams are fucking weird. I mean, hell, Immortal Masquerade came from a fucking dream. Okay. The plan. I should talk about the plan because I don't think I've talked about the plan. I've only said it in the Discord. The plan, provided that my meat suit isn't being an absolute cunt wagon. It's been over 30 seconds, right? I can swear? Yes. Not that that's stopped me before. But the plan is to do a 6-hour. Because I feel like if I do 4 6-hour streams a month, right? Okay, that might not work. And only go I can't math. That's 24. Okay. So well, further investigation might be required. Anyway, so I plan on doing a big one because I like doing the big ones. I think they're fun lately. My mood is like a fucking Targaryen. You flip a coin and see where the fuck it goes. If you know, you know, and if you don't, I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're gonna start with the standard fare. We're going to do the Bees, the Gays, the Lavender Haze, and then I've also got Jod's timer channel pulled up so we can do some Hexed Hourglass timers that we can just kind of adjust as we see fit, because those are pretty and I think they need some love. In my dream, I was reading Harry Potter fanfic, and then I fell asleep in the dream and dreamed a film version of the fanfic where I was playing I was playing Harry. Then woke up still in the dream and talked to the fanfic author. It was a blast, and then I actually woke up. Sad face. I hate those. The ones where, oh my god, the ones where you wake up, like you go to sleep in a dream, or you wake up in a dream and you're still dreaming. Like, those are not my favorite, even though they can be really fun. I've had some Inception level nonsense. Okay, and when I say that, I'm asleep. Okay, and I wake up the next morning, and Shannon's getting ready for work and going on about his day, and we're talking about all these things that need to happen, need to get done, what we're going to be doing throughout the day, like standard real life shit, right? And then something happens. Then I wake up realizing that was a dream. Shannon's getting ready for work. He's now running late, and he has to bolt out the door, and it's drama and stuff. And then something happens. It'll happen 4 fucking times until I actually hit reality. Like, I'm sitting there going, wait, is this real? Like, confused as fuck. The fanfic was a crossover for some reasons. There were dinosaurs in the second half. I love how your mind works, love. That sounds like so much fun. I love that. I love that so much. Let's do that first. I'm just going to set that up there. Ow. I need some water. Try to drink more water. It's very hard. Because I've not been doing that. It's fine. Okay. I think we're gonna start. I know. Water's for mortals. Sometimes it's novel to. How do I word it? Sometimes it's enjoyable to partake in mortal pleasures. That's what it was. It's actually it's a line from Immortal Masquerade, I think. Or it might not be. It might just be planned to be. Where, because like the vampires in my world, they don't need food, but they can digest it, because the act of drinking blood lets the human body lets the body be close to human. So there's this moment where it's like the idea of like making breakfast or giving the vampire food, and the vampire and just kind of looks at the situation and is like, this is a very novel concept, and I don't I do partake in mortal pleasures, but this isn't exactly what I was talking about. And it gets to be where like it's kind of in my head, it's one of those moments where the other character, the one who's like providing the food, is not used to being around vampires, so when the vampire says they're hungry, that's their response. And I thought it was a really cute idea, so it's fine. But the body is human. It's the rest of me that's got fangs. Oh, I'm weird this morning. It's fine. I wish this was cold though, and I'm too lazy to put ice in it. Oh, I'm really excited too. I've got some things coming, or a thing. Well, technically, I've got one thing coming, which is an Egyptian Ankh pendant that I'm going to not shut up about once I get it, and it's I'm so excited. And then I'm getting my fangs fixed soon. I'm doing the molds probably this week, probably today, probably tomorrow, where I have to refit a mold so that I send it back to the crafter and they can fix the fucking fangs. So that'll be fucking cool. But yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. As per usual, your girl doesn't have plans. There's no questions. There's no which someday I'm going to act like a real fucking author tuber and actually make fucking questions. But that requires me to be able to think further outside of my head than, can I write Immortal Masquerade now? Send help. Even though I haven't actually done any writing since that 64K stretch, mostly because like I've been in bed for the last like mostly since I did the thing. But I keep getting stuck on TikTok. And when I say that, I mean there are like I think I've talked about this before. There are fan fiction TikToks where they take clips from movies and then put text over top. I'm obsessed with them. Let's be honest. But they also put music onto it. Okay. Tangent. Hold on. And some of the music is really, really good. And so I end up investigating the full song on Spotify. I have now found more songs for my playlists, including things that make my heart broken, but they make me happy. I don't know why that's where my tangent went, but need to beta read. Okay. Let's get the sprint started, because also the coffee is staring at me from behind my camera. That's where my Keurig is. It's on the other side of the room and it's staring at me, summoning me to take it. So I go. Let's start the first sprint. Okay. And of course we're gonna start with the bees because it's the bees, the gays, the lavender haze. So we have to do it in order, right? Like it only makes sense. This is the one I want. Is there any way I can like switch that to default? I have no idea. But there is that buzzy sound at the end, so try not to get jump scared, and we will see you guys back in 44. The coffee beans eyes giving you the Heather looks exactly. I shall return with caffeination. All right, my friends. That was the oh, wow. That was the end of that sprint. How'd it go? I started working on book 2. I'm trying to draft ideas for the scenes I'm working on. Because your girl is, like I said, a little stuck, but I think I have a plan, and it's a horrible plan, and I kind of like it. What do we got? We got some comments. Of course, my other half said hi. I told him I was probably going to work on more Immortal Masquerade today, which is why he's making the naughty and nice results. Because, yep. Hi, Kiko. I thought this was the other. I thought it. Bleh, oh my god! I thought it was the 4 a.m. for me. Nope, I will never do a 4 a.m. stream, or I will never because you're not super far behind me in terms of. No, you are. No, I don't. Time zones suck. I can't remember what Germany is, or at least that part of. Yeah. Anyway, good morning. I opened this and thought it was going to be an overnight thing for some reason. Y'all are fucking. I'm confused. That would be weird. Now I'm worried that I put it down wrong, but also Malin joined us. Hello. Need some sprints and seems I'm right on time. We are definitely going to be doing sprints. We're doing a 6-hour stream, so there are going to be a plenty. Yes, that cover. I reached in Rita's stream at the midpoint of the outline, so I'm 8.6k behind for the Dog Days Derby, which is a Camp Nano thing. I think I checked on the Discord earlier to see what the hell everyone was talking about, and I'm like, I should be working on shit. Wait. What? Is that what I did? Fuck me. Okay. That's hilarious. I feel like I feel like I don't remember changing, because I set up the stream on my phone last night at 7 p.m. and I don't remember changing the time. So yeah, I think that I figured that that's what I meant. Like I went over there and I'm like, what is this? Because I kept seeing notifications on my phone. And so I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's like Camp Nano, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, so we can Camp Nanify without Camp Nanifying. And I appreciate that because, okay, 6 hours, it's 5 p.m. Got it. I see what I did wrong, baby. Da-na-na-na. Oh, anywho. Yeah. Hi, it's me, and I need to do things better. I will tell you, if y'all ever see a 10 p.m. stream, and I haven't said that that's happening, vocally, it's probably me just forgetting how the AM FM button works. Because 10 p.m., hubby's asleep, and I would feel really, really bad about streaming while he's trying to sleep, because my apartment is one room. So if you guys ever see that again, hit me up on the Discord or Instagram or whatever and be like, Crystal, you're being an idiot. And we'll go from there. I'm smart. I only knew the term Dog Days from the Florence and the Machine song, so I thought it was rainy weather where you would. Yeah, I thought it was rainy weather where you would not leave and let the dog out. see, my brain keeps just wanting to finish the sentence "Dog Days of Summer." I think that's a line from a song from somewhere. Might be. I don't know. Also, let's stop the timer that's just fucking playing. There we go. Be the gays next. Okay. Oh, and I got 182 and finished the midpoint. It was quite dramatic. Yay. 52% into the outline. Yay. That is awesome. I'm using I'm doing that thing that I did last time where I zero draft create an outline while writing. It's like I'm doing that ChatGPT thing where I'm like, hey, here's my scenario. If I wanted to do this, would this be plausible? So, like, for example, the thing that got me stuck with book 2 originally. The thing that got me stuck originally, I was trying to decide whether or not one of my characters would go back into a burning town. Well, the town itself isn't burning. It's like there's a fire across the gorge that is burning. But there is a box of information that would be very helpful to the party, right? The main characters. So it's like I need that box, but it's miles away in a place that's kind of on fire. But the character who wants that stuff has had her mind messed with, has had her entire life torn upside down because apparently her family is like part of this semi-ancient war that nobody said anything about except for her mom saying, someday you'll need this box of shit because stuff might happen, and if anything happens to us, go use this stuff that's in this box. And so, like, her entire reality has been screwed to hell. She has had her mind messed with by people she's supposed to trust because they can't trust her to do the right thing. So it's like, oh, you're just a weak little human. I'm gonna use my vampire powers to mesmerize you to make you come along instead of going through this conversation of this is what's happening. This is why we need you to cooperate. Like, it's a time, right? And then she's also been kidnapped, and it's been a lot. And all the information she is getting, it's the same as her sister. Like, it's all secondhand, right? It's like, these are the bad guys, these are the good guys, you have to trust us because. And she's so frustrated and so upset just by everything that she wants to go back home and get this box of crap. Because though there are journals, there are histories, like, she feels like that because her mom left that stuff for her, that she feels like it would be more substantial. And so I'm like, but would it make sense to go all the way back while the town's still also partially on fire? So I'm like, hey, here, ChatGPT, here's my character. Here's the concept. Am I thinking out my ass? Like, I'm basically using it like I would you guys. Be like, guys, I'm stuck. Somebody tell me if I'm making any fucking sense. I'm using the robot because the robot is right there. and then I write the scene based on what I think versus what it thinks, and I take my opinion as gospel and I write it. So that's how I'm working on book 2 right now. It's the same way as I wrote Immortal Masquerade. So we're zero draft. We're trying again with the brainstorm I created, the monster I've created. We're doing it again. Is the point? So yeah. I know I've talked about like this. Y'all are the same people who've been here the other 2 times I'm talking about, but I'm going to try so hard to do this monster crap that I've created. Also, I'm very happy you're having such a great time brainstorming with Copilot and doing that. I am not sorry for what I've started, and I'm doing it 4 more times. Also, thank you. Also started with 29K. Hell yeah, we love that. I went a bit overboard with my mood board for DDD. That's awesome. I mean, I love a good. I don't think there's such thing as going over. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just say it. It thought stuff I didn't even think about. See, that's the thing, right? I find that too, because the scene that I'm just working on now, where for book 2, when also please restart your crystal.exe. Main where my character Charles, my good old boy that everybody's in love with, right? He is back. He has found his friends again after being separated from all the drama that happens in the ending of book 1. And he finds out that some stuff has gone down. I've got to like try to be vague about this. It's so hard. And I'm just like, well, how do I progress this scene given like the main character, like what Elizabeth is having a time, Darian's having a time. There is some shenanigans happening, and ChatGPT is like, well, what if you have it so the thing that's currently living inside Alex's head or Elizabeth's head starts talking to Charles just to make him feel more guilty. And have this be more drama and have just be a time where he is confronted with his own guilt, his own pain, and trying to assess the situation. So I'm like, I would not have thought about that actually, and it makes fucking sense. I didn't tell ChatGPT that this is some of the stuff that this god can do, right? Oops. I didn't tell ChatGPT about any of this stuff, and it's just like, what about a good old fashioned demon possession? I'm like, okay, let's go. I have so many pictures on it and a bunch of owls, which had led to a research rabbit hole. We love some rabbit holing. It's research rabbit holes. We love this. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm a bit slow to write. Weird. It's been a warring week. I like work. Like, work was so bad on Monday and Wednesday. I am so sorry. And some bureaucratic shit that might be blocking me from my writing bachelor thesis getting that sucks. I am so sorry you are having the struggliest of struggle buses. You've nothing to apologize for. You're fine. I hope things start cooperating for you, cuz that's some sad panda, and I hate it for you. I do. Is the sads. Alrighty. I think we should get into another sprint. I'm being stared at by the cat. It's a time. I think she's gonna come over here in a bit. Yeah, I have to take a bunch of people from my faculty on Tuesdays. That blows chunky monkeys. All right. my brain should be on my bachelor thesis, but I really can't focus on anything else other than my private writing right now. I get that. And try it. It's good to do the things that can make your brain happy while everything is spiraling out of control. Had a better worded thought than that, but that's where we ended up. So it's fine. I really hope everything works out for you. Now we're gonna get started on the next sprint because we're here to do the do's and don't the don'ts. So next it's going to be the brides. Because we love a good gaze up in this house. Yes. All right. I don't remember if this has a fun sound or not, but we're gonna just do it. So we'll be right back after this lovely, lovely, lovely pride timer. That's it. We're back. Hi, how are you? I don't know what that was. That was the end of that sprint. How'd it go? I wrote a little bit. I added some more context to kind of like I don't think ChatGPT quite understood what I was asking, so I added more context so that way it knew what I was trying to get it to help me with. And then I started working on implementing the thoughts that it gave me. I'm still struggling a little bit. Just mostly just because it's one of those, like, it's not necessarily the thing I want to work on, even though it is the thing I want to work on. So it's struggling to get myself to do it without getting distracted. So yeah, I wrote some words. I wrote a few. We're not in the territory of writing multiple thousands yet, but hopefully, I figure, to be fair, I have 4 0 drafts to do. Even if I can get like a draft a month, I'll be happy and still have time left over. So like, I'm not super concerned. Also, we had an Andy join us and then leave us because T needed to be a thing. But I appreciate the hugging of the like button. We love the use of a good like button in this house, especially hugs. Hugs are good too, unless you're not into hugs. I'm tangent. I think this is just me. I'm one of those people that will try to test the vibe before I hug people, unless I know you, and then I'm a hugger, right? I don't, like some people are just like, you've talked to them for like a while online. I've heard, because I've never met my online friends yet. But it's like, oh my God, it's you. And they hug. I'm just like, no touch. But given certain situations, I will be a hugger. So we like hugs. Yeah. Because consent is sexy. Yeah. Anywho. Oh, Jessica got 524 words. Woo. Kyuko got 373. Yay. 56% of the outline. That is awesome. That is very, very good. See, yeah, I'm not touchy. There are times where it's like I don't understand. I have mixed feelings about this whole concept. Is because people are just like, some people are really, really huggy and they just want to hug you. And I'm just like, as somebody who is very energetically sensitive, I would rather you be like, hey, do you want, hi, nice to see you. Would you like a hug, a handshake, or a high five? And that's my favorite way to interact with people. In like a social friendly-ish type way. Yes. I had so many tangents that just happened in my brain. I don't even know if any of them connected. Molly says, I struggled through some portfolio design as changing from Squarespace to Wix. Ooh. Changing platforms is fun, she says, with a modicum amount of sarcasm. But I'm getting a hand of it. That's awesome. I enjoy the freedom a lot more. That's awesome. So Wix has more freedom than Squarespace. I'm going to pin that in my brain for later, and I'm probably going to forget about it because that's what we do here. Kiko says, my story kind of turned again in a different direction. Fucking love that. I thought I let the characters go on an epic journey directly in the first book, but then they're stuck in the capital now. They're stuck in the capital, and then now after the midpoint, the twists they go out into the countryside. I personally, I know I've had people think I'm crazy when I say this shit. I know, and I've heard other writers say it, that letting the character help write the story. Because there have been moments where I was like, this is my outline. And then the character has a line that just like, and it's the best thing ever. Like, you know what I mean? Thank you for the reminder. I want to try to get through at least 2 of these per day. Because I need some water. I need to be better at hydration. I need to be better at a lot of things. It's fine. Plus, when it comes to portfolios, you need loads of storage space, and you got to pay for that too. So, in short, no, Wix isn't free to do the same thing that I was doing on Squarespace. Oh, got it. See, I would love at some point. I mean, obviously, at some point, I want to design a website for. I feel like I'm gonna have to, for author shit. Once I actually get that stage of Project Incarnate, and the idea of doing website shit again, because I tried that with the old thing that I barely talk about, and it was not fun. I know the technology has changed since then. But I didn't like it then, and I don't think I'm gonna like it now. Realize I'm not wearing my Fitbit, and I should be wearing my Fitbit if I want to keep track of things. Also, I gotta take my stuff, so I'm gonna put that there so I don't forget. I also have to make lunch. Yeah. Is it working? Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. It's trying to think I'm doing an exercise. I'm like, no, I was just cleaning it off. Like, there we go. New band. An author page is important these days. One of my favorite, I don't know why I saw Friends. There is nothing in favorite that looks like Friends. And yet my brain was just like, Friends. One of my favorite German authors, and a really big one, has no author page anymore for some reason. I want to know when the next book comes out. I have to hold that thought. I want to like start another sprint just to take a pill. So hold that thought. I'm still here, I promise. I just don't like taking pills. I just don't like putting stuff in my face on camera. I don't know why. I'm fucking weird. We know. Yeah, at some point, when I get to the point where Project Incarnate is officially ready to go out into the world, which I've basically decided no matter what happens, I'm going to start working on getting it out by the end of 2025. Hope, knock on fucking wood, manifest this shit, but I've basically decided one way or another that Project Incarnate is going to come out by the end of 2025. I don't know how I'm going to fucking pull it off. And only 5 of you are here to hear me say this. So it's fine. Unless something else happens, then we'll see. But like, I'm hoping to have it like in the gauntlet of getting published by the end of 2025. I think that's a better way to put it. I am hoping to get it in the gauntlet of publishing by the end of 2025. Because that way, if I go trad and it's not going to come out till like 2026 because of how trad publishing works, then I'm not lying to you guys. But if I decide to self-publish it, then the goal is to have it out by 2025, by the end of 2025. I need to word this very fucking carefully because I'm not making y'all think that it's fucking coming out by December. Mullen, fuck off. Oh, I mean, if you want to write it down for like December 30 days has September, April, June, and November, all the rest, 31st by New Year's Eve 2025, then that might happen. I'm just tired of it sitting here. I really am. And I want it published. I want it out. But I'm also poor. So it's like, but there are ways to make it happen. And I'm constantly like, again, me and my fucking Targaryen attitude, where, you know, like if you've seen Game of Thrones, is you can never tell the personality, or when a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin to determine their personality. It's kind of how I feel sometimes with decisions. I'm constantly trying to decide between trad pub and self-publishing. I want to do self-publishing because more control, it's mine, blah, blah, blah. But my audience is this big, right? So there's a lot of conversation, especially between me and my husband, where it's like, if your audience is this big, why self-publish it? Because it's only going to be seen by this many people. Where if I go trad pub, the view is wider, right? But like, so wait, is both a thing you can actually do if you're running a 7-book series? I don't know how any of this works. I did trad pub once when I was 18, and that I wouldn't even call it trad pub because it was only for ebooks. And there was a small publishing house that makes Inevitable Books look big. And also it was super scammy and stuff. There is a video somewhere on my channel if you want to hear about my original publishing journey back an age and a half ago now at this point. Go for it. The book fucking doesn't exist anymore. But like, so I did it once, and it didn't. I was a kid. My audience was this big. My audience technically now is so much bigger. So I'm hoping to do hybrid one day. No, in separate series is okay. Okay, that's fair. I get you do have like multiple different worlds you're working on. As in some of my books are more intended for trad and some are more for self. And that, yeah, okay. Not for the same series, but if you want to do, if you were to trad pub the series, and then self pub something else. Gotcha. See, I only have one world. I am my Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not really. No, that's actually not right because, well, I guess technically because they're going to be spinoffs and shit. But I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, no, I only tend to write in my world, in the world of Project Incarnate, just because that way I don't like. It's easier for me to jump in and live rather than trying to create new spaces. My brain, I've tried. Immortal Masquerade was not supposed to be part of the Project Incarnate universe. And then it was. Because I'm just like, but I have so much I want to say and so much I want to do in this series that like I don't like the idea of leaving my world. It's my happy place. People have bugged me a lot that I need to write other things other than the Project Incarnate universe. I'm just like, oh, no. It's getting really warm in here. This is not cool. I think I gotta like move the fan. See if I can put the fan on the table so I can feel it more. Or if I'm mine, I have a fan somewhere that I can put on my desk, and then everything will be okay. but I don't know where it is. I might find it see if I can find it during the next sprint, because half of the reason for why I haven't been like at my desk for the last like 3 weeks is because it has been so goddamn hot. And I rather sit in the bed over there next to the fan. Pardon me. Also, I don't know why I left the comments up that long. Also, from what I can tell, even TradPub these days is so dependent on your audience before even being accepted by some publishers, which is just so terribly wrong. Yeah, I think that's like a lot of artistic industries now, like the music industry. A lot of artists aren't getting accepted by labels because they have no like TikTok audience. And I'm just like, okay, it's fucking like, how does anybody get anything done now in art industries? You know what I mean? I mean, this is a whole soapbox that we don't need to jump in, but like, you know what I mean, right? I have prospects, and I don't know. I don't know. I just want my baby to be out in the world. End of day, that's kind of where I'm at. But like, there's also like another fear. I don't know if it's necessarily a fear, but like, this is a 7-book series, right? And there's going to be a prequel. Okay, because I need to do the prequel in my soul. And then there's of course book 1, book 2, book 3. That's which is the main series, and then the sequel to that, and then the sequel to that. But it's a 7-book run. So it's like, well, as soon as I publish the first one, right, then I absolutely have to write the others. Like, I would not be able to stop. Right? I can't take these mental health days. I can't be distracted for a week on a secondary project. Like, there would be so many things that in my brain, regardless of if it's true or not, I feel I would not be able to do the second book 1 is out in the world. Because I do not want a George R.R. Martin shit, right? And take forever getting another one of those books out. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So that's kind of why I've been kind of hedging, trying to decide which one I do, because the second I make a decision that is set in stone, then I have to commit. And I have commitment issues. Yeah, like, seriously, you want me to write a book, or 7, while also maintaining a big audience on like 18 platforms before you even consider me? What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. It is hard enough. I know y'all have channels too, for the most part, to even maintain a fucking YouTube channel, let alone a YouTube, an Instagram, and a TikTok. My TikTok exists. My TikTok is more for experimenting. If I get this random idea, playing with filters, seeing if there's something fun I can do. But I barely touch it because, like, if I take time to do this thing, like, my brain is so hyper focusy, where it's like, you give me a project, I'm gonna work on it until I fucking die, which has led to many problems, as we know. But then I neglect the other thing. So how the thunderfuck am I supposed to split my focus so much? Every time I try to split my fucking focus, stuff goes to hell, which is, it's like why I'm not working on Desserts and Dragons right now. Aside from the fact that it's too hot and I don't really want to heat up my apartment any more than it already is, I'm starting, y'all, fucking 5 of you get to witness my blatant honesty. I'm starting to think that I might actually stop Desserts and Dragons, because if I want to write 4.0 drafts, I need to focus on that. And taking, an hour to make the product and then 2 hours to work on the video, that's 3 hours I could be writing. And so I'm considering just dropping the channel. It was a fun little experiment. It was something I was excited to do at the time, but I think it was because I was having a rough time mentally, that I was trying to find something else that could give me joy, and I don't really think I thought it through much. Well, we know I didn't think it through. It was a fucking thought that came at 3 a.m. Sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to do the same thing. I've already written books 1 and 2 for my Fae series, and book 1 for my God series, and I'm working on book 1 and 2 for Monster Manor. See, it's a freaking time. It's a time. Like, I barely remember to set up my own goddamn streams, okay? Which I got to pull a Mars and pardon me, there's like a bunch of people in our community that just do all of their streams for the entire month in one day. I've got to get into doing that, but my brain is like, that is so much work. And I have, like, for some reason, seeing all of the streams just plotted out when I go onto my subscription tab on YouTube, it like just freaks me out, because I'm just like, wall of people. Sorry, my brain is all over the fucking place right now. Ooh, that sneeze ripped through my shoulder. How is that? How is that a thing? Jesus Christ. Everything's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. I want them all written before I publish even one, so then I have a backlog of publishing of them for publishing, so I can relax a bit more and write like I normally do. Yeah, like, I kind of like how Anne did it, where she did like a limited release, like she had them all done and then we just went bam 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 bam. But like, that's a lot of work for 7. At least my plan is, I think, knock on wood, because everybody should know by now, no plan survives with the enemy, and I am the enemy. But the plan, as far as I figure it, is write all 4 zero drafts. Okay. And then go back to the beginning and then write, and then like revise and one draft, revise and one draft, revise and one draft, revise and one draft, go back, revise in second draft, revise in second draft, revise in second draft. And like, so like creating an upward queue. But at the same time, the way I say that is, once I publish book 1, then I would have to put all my focus on book 2. So I couldn't do that. So I don't think that that is an efficient long-term plan. Am I making sense? I don't fucking know if I mean. And there's another problem. Whee! And there's another problem I have, is the prequel. Do I publish the prequel after the first 3 books, or do I publish it after book 1 or book 2? Or should I stop thinking about book 1, wait another 5 years, and do the prequel first and have that be book 1? Prequels are hard, but I need to do the prequel in my soul. I know I don't necessarily need it in books, and it could just be the history of the world, but I find it very important to me that it actually be its own story, because it was supposed to be the original story. And then I got scared of writing the prequel, so I decided to write the first book first. Oh, goodness. I need to work more on scheduling and streaming on Twitch more. I do have a Twitch, and I have streamed on it, both games and writing streams, but I'm really bad at consistency. So we're basically the same person, is what I'm hearing. I have a Twitch. I started on Twitch before I started YouTube, and I got really, really, really close to the partner program, but I couldn't get more. I couldn't get the views. I couldn't get the people. And then a whole bunch of stuff happened, and I'm just like, I'm not going on Twitch. I'm going back to YouTube. And I feel, and like, part of me is just like, I should have probably stayed on Twitch, but just switched gears and went to writing. because I was on Twitch before I found AuthorTube. Like, I tried to be a gaming. That's why you see a lot of games on my channel. Is I was trying to do a gaming content shit first. But there was some stuff. It got fucking weird. See, I do that as well. I have so many things already written. I need to go back and actually work on these things. I already have finished. Cough, cough. May get some critique partners. You understand. You understand me. It's like, I also want to work on a story Bible so I can make sure everything is all consistent. So that way it's easier for me to work on all these things at once. Like, how I want to work on Mortal Masquerade. I'm never going to stop talking about it. I'm sorry. There's Easter eggs in book 5. Okay. So now I'm just like, well, I have to be careful of how many Easter eggs I put in because I haven't written the other 3 yet. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of I am a conscious human and I exist, apparently. How is it that the sneeze made me want to pull my arm out of my socket? That's not cool. All right, I'm going to drink some water real quick. I love coffee, but I hate the way it feels in my mouth. I don't know if that makes sense. I have like 6 stories that I've already written that need to be looked at again. And like, I need someone else's opinions. Otherwise, I'm going to tear the whole thing apart. Yeah. Right. I understand this in my soul. Like, I go from writing a thing to feeling like, this might, again, references might be lost, but there's a movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. And it's one of those spy-ish movies, and their house gets totally destroyed because they're fighting. And the next day, a package shows up. So she opens the door. No, that's Tomb Raider. Never mind. It's Tomb Raider. It's the first Tomb Raider. There has been combat and everything is a mess. And she opens the front door because she has a package. And she's signing for the package, and the mail guy kind of does one of these and sees the front hall is just in a complete disarray. And she's like, yeah, today I woke up. Don't you ever have those days where you wake up and just hate everything? Like, that's how I feel with some of my projects, where I need my friends and my critique partners and my hubby and I need people to read it. So that way they can stop me from being like, I'm going to set it on fire. The amount of times I almost set Project Incarnate on fire is uncountable. Is that a fucking word? Well, it is now. That is still coffee. I need to switch to water. Whee! I'm going to set this up. I think at the end of the day, we're all agreeing that writing is hard. We chose a career path or a hobby path, or however you look at writing. We chose a path. The path is full of terrors, and it is dangerous to go alone. Not me throwing out fucking Zelda references. I am like way too close to just dropping A Glittering Cage instead of rewriting it again. I don't know how I'm going to make it better at this point. I offer you good vibes and virtual-ish hugs. Cause I understand. Can I just set it on fire? To be fair, when I before Project Incarnate was Project Incarnate, it had been 4 other things, and I kept setting it on fire. This is the first time that something has not been set on fire, and it is because of other people. If I was left to my own devices, she wouldn't live. she'd be dead, and I'd be back at Tim Hortons. I really wish I was kidding. Why do I keep locking this? I have this little lock on my water bottle, not flipping you guys off, to make sure that in case Azzy comes around and she knocks it over, then the top don't pop. But she's asleep in her tree, so I am safe to drink my water the way I want. And yet I still lock it. I wrote it, hated it, rewrote it, liked it, and now I'm like kind of hate it again. Mood. It is a solid mood. I think we should get as much as I'm fucking enjoying this. I think we should get to the next sprint. That way, we keep the productivity train a moving. Oh, and I want to find my fan before I start melting and turn into a wall of goo. So I'm gonna do the thing. Share screen. The lavender haze. There we go. And we'll be back after the sprint, and hopefully when I come back, I will be cool. And we'll go from there. Maybe make some lunch, because I just noticed it's fucking noon. That's cool. All right, let's get this party started, shall we? I forgot how short the haze timer was. Because I was like, I had that moment where I'm like, oh, I see some notifications on my phone. I'm going to go through them and make sure everything is cool. And then I'm going to make my lunch because I'm going to have more than enough time. I look up from my phone and there was 3 minutes left. So lunch was not had. And writing was not done. Also, let me know how I sound. I found my fan, but it's like right on my mic's right here, right there, and the fan is right underneath it because it plugs into my computer. So if I sound like shit, I can extend the cord to move it. So anyway, oof, I now have hit a scene where that will 1,000,000% make me bawl like a baby. We love that. And yes, if you are comfortable with sharing, even in its vaguitudes, so we can commiserate with you wanting to bawl like a baby. Because I like making myself cry with my own with shit. And 300 words that sprint. Yay! Get it! You're killing it today. Yes. Yeah, like I said, I didn't do shit. I pulled up the tab for my Scrivener so I could get started on it. I'm like, yeah, just a couple of these little bits, and then I'll get back to work. And then I put my music on, and then I saw the notifications, and the rest is history. But that's fine because, I still plan to stream for a while. Whether or not it's going to be the entire 6 hours, I don't know. Also, I did see, need to eat the dinner. But then we saw the Wallace. The Wallace is currently streaming. Wanted to eat the dinner, but then I saw Wallace stream starting at 5. So, okay. This is your moment if you are seeing this now. Because if this is a trigger warning, please look away from your screens now. Also, yes, what genre are we writing in? Jessica? I want to know what everybody's working on. It's kind of my thing. I mean, I know it's kind of like we're all a bunch of losers for each other's stuff. So, no, losers is not the correct term. I love hearing all about my friends' and my community's stuff. Yeah. Also, I have a song stuck in my head, and for the urge when you have a song stuck in your head and you just want to just start randomly singing it. Yeah. Wow, my brain just left the building. High fantasy, whimsy, witch story playing 25 years before the main story. Ooh, that's exciting. That's what happens to set up in the main series. Okay. My MCs are talking to Diane, who had some shit happen to her. She was kidnapped out of her home. The thing happened. That's some Buffy digging her own. Oh God, that's you're making my that just writing that or reading that just made my fucking skin crawl. And I stranded in the woods for 9 days alone with monsters, hiding the entire time. When she finally got out of the woods, no one believed her because she's just the ow! Ah! Ooh. Ooh. I'm dead. See me? You see me be dead right now. I am dead. I shouldn't actually do that for too long. I will pass out. Fuck! Jessica! Jessica. Oh God, are we going for ranking high with the amount of times I say your name on stream with gays? Because whoo, woohoo, okay. Way to go hard, I guess. She's finally getting to tell us. Oh God, I was curled over like that for too long. Hold on. Getting to tell her story, who believe her entirely because they've seen the monsters too. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at your comment. I'm laughing at Kiyoko's response. It's a monster mystery romance, so there's some horror. And it's like, wait a second. That is like the biggest wait a second moment right there. Jessica. What? Woohoo! All right. Yeah, go. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna. That's a thing. Whew. I am terrifyingly impressed. Also, yes. Hydrate. Ha! Hydrate or hydrate. Yeah. All right, I'm not. It is an intense scene that I'm both. That, yeah, no, I get it. I get what you're saying. You're gonna cry like a little baby or bawl like a little baby, because that is some raw emotion. That is some raw emotion. I hope and manifest for you the strength to handle that, and recommend snacks. I know I'm the one who's food motivated. But like, prepare the self-care you require to get through that scene. I can only speak for myself, and that's what this is coming from, where I've had to write those intensities, those scenes that they're supposed to be raw and painful, and after I get there, I need to lie down, and I need some alcohol and some snacks and some cat cuddles and playing video games for a couple of days, because writing that kind of shit, those kind of scenes, yes. Oh gosh, good fucking luck is what I'm trying to say. I think 21 degrees is 26. That's warm. What is it? I'm afraid to look. It's been like high 30s. It's been high 30s for the last like 2 weeks. Yep, it is 32. Hey, but it's supposed to be it. Oh God, Goddess help me. It's supposed to be 38, 38, 37, 38, 30, 38, 38, and 27, or 37, 3 days in a fucking row. And more rain. Woo, I get to have more apartment flooding. I am so excited. Also, you get that beer. Which, to translate to the Americanins, I am living in the land of 90. And it's going to be 84 for 3 days straight. And I really hope those fucking thunderstorms avoid my house, because I'm so past sick of dealing with my apartment flooding. No, the first numbers I said when I was saying 20s and 30s was Celsius, and when I said 80s and 90s, it was Fahrenheit. Either way, it's hot as fuck. I've written these types of things in my fanfics before, but it takes time. It's the time of the month for me, and I've been overly emotional for months, so everything makes me cry right now. That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yep. Flooding. Every time it rains really hard, right outside my door, quite literally, the foundation is cracked in places because my apartment is beside and under the garage. So it's like you have the garage and you go down a set of stairs, and that's where my apartment is. And there are cracks along the stairs, and there is a crack somewhere along the door frame. So the water gets in, and like there's a good section, like the front hall of my apartment, which is it's not that big. And it's unfinished, so it's still stone. But that part floods. And the other two parts of the floor, which is like the bathroom and the main section of the apartment, is like this much higher. That hurricane that rolled through the US, it touched Canada. It touched Toronto mostly. I'm an hour and a half away from Toronto, and it even touched me. And 50 about 50 millimeters of rain came down in a day. I had to bail out that section of my apartment 3 times. So yeah, my apartment still smells like the floor's not even fully dry yet. That's how fucked up it is. Still not even dry yet. There's been a bunch of flooding here in Germany again, and the Throttle flood had today its 3rd anniversary. The place is still destroyed. That's yeah. I'm living in the land of 90s to the high 90s. We're just living in an oven. It's true. We are living in an oven, and somebody got to turn it off, okay? We got some talk about the Texas. And yes. Yeah, because, well, like, I put a fan in front of the door, so it's like, so it's still, there's this, my apartment's not flat. There is a slope. There is a very slight slope, and you can see it when it floods. So there's still like a pool of, like, a small pool of water that we're still cleaning up. But then, like, over by where the door is, it's still kind of damp. Yeah, it is what it is. I live, like, I make the joke all the time, especially in my old place, that I was a vampire living in a cave because my ceilings were a lot lower. This place, the ceilings are full actual ceilings. Like, I can almost reach the ceiling, so it might not be a full ceiling, but I'm also 5'10", so, but now I feel like I live more in a cave than I do in my previous apartment because it's dank and it's wet. At least, you know, in the summer when it's constantly fucking raining. And there may or may not be some water damage and some mold. It's fine. Everything's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, thanks. It does. Especially, like, hubby, if it happens when hubby's home, he usually takes care of it. But if I'm home, I have to take care of it, and my back gets bitchy because bending and stuff. And yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm going to live in an oven soon because my flat goes to 30 C day and night. I'm enjoying. Yeah, you know what? You know what's sad when you're enjoying the 20s, because the 20s are still hot, but it's still cooler than the 30s, so it still feels better. Like, can we get off the ride now? I'm tired. Ugh. I'm so just I'm tired. All right. I am starting to get hungry. So I think I'm gonna let's see what kind of hexed hourglass timer do we want? Yeah, I'm gonna get the next one set up. I pick. You know what? We're gonna manifest some fall energy up in this bitch. Pause that. We're gonna do. Let's do a 30-minute. I think 30 sounds like that way I can eat. So we're gonna use Jod's cozy fall timer. And we'll be right back after. Ooh, I'm gonna check. That's like when people in Ireland and the UK call out their 75s and 80s hot, and we're just laughing and crying. Right? All right, let's get this started. We will be back in 30 minutes. Enjoy the sprint. We did another sprint. We did a thing. How did it go? How are we? How are we feeling? How are we faring? You know, the huge. How did it go? We got some chatting that did occur, but like that was a weird noise. Ate dinner, got lost in videos. What you have? I had lunch. I had a PB&J and had some teeny tiny. Like, you gotta see this. You guys gotta see this. Apparently, they put chips in it, like chips that aren't usually in Pringles tubes. Look at this teeny tiny sun chip. Look at the tiniest sun chip. We have one that's the sun chip, and then we have another one that's cheesies, which are basically cheese balls. And then we have another one that's Doritos. Look how tiny it is. They basically took a bag of munchies, which has like this and a whole bunch of other shit, and just put them in the tubes. And yes, my snack bin is behind my desk. It is dangerous, but it is there. Reminds me, still have chips as well. Also, did not get the beer. It's in a can, and I don't want the mess. That's fair. We have lots of chips, and I have dip. I almost got chips and dip for lunch, but I had a PB&J instead, and then I had a little tiny 1-bite brownie, and it made me happy. 389 words and 8 the foodses. Yay. We love food. I love the food. I feel like I have to eat. I have to write my food diary. And I don't want to. Like, I should want to, because we're trying to figure out what's going on with my insides. And the doctors want me to write down every single thing I've eaten and whether or not, like, how I feel after eating, because that way they can figure out what's going on with my insides, because my meat suit is meat suiting. But food diaries just sound like so much effort. I don't wanna. It makes me sad. And I'm currently living like a child right now. I am living in my box macaroni and cheese and applesauce era, because I hyperfixate with certain foods, and that is like the only thing I ever feel like eating. And so right now, that hyper food fixation is Kraft mac and cheese, the blue box mac and cheese, and applesauce. Everything's weird. Do. Oh boy. I think it may or may not. I'm debating. I had a thought, and then I debated the thought, and then the thought went away and left me hanging. And I'm getting distracted by all the sounds that are coming out around in my apartment. Nom nom nom. I'm gonna pick the next timer while we do the do. Which ones do I want to use? Which one do I want to use? Do another 30. There we go. Okay. I'm forcing myself to eat other things because I know I can't eat nothing but Bertinelli pasta meals for an indiscriminate amount of time. That's smart. Usually I try to alternate foods. Like I'm home alone, right? So I have my applesauce for breakfast. That's my thing. Right now, suppers are box mac and cheese almost every single day with, like, I'll add meat or something to it. Usually it's my lunches and my breakfast since I'm by myself. That's usually where the hyperfixate is. And then dinner, since I'm also, it's also feeding Shannon. Then usually I'll act like an adult and have something else. But that's not what's happening right now. I don't like the Bertolli's pasta sauce. I don't even know if we have that here. I know I said it Bertinelli. I added like 5 extra letters, but it's fine. It's been Alfredo meals only. I love a good Alfredo. Granted, I make well, no, I don't make my own. I need to not lie. I use the powder packet where you add milk. Because I'm not super keen on like the actual jarred shit, which is funny. And making my own just sounds exhausting. I really need to eat more fruits. Oh yeah, I have a pear in the fridge. I totally forgot it has a pear in my fridge. I should probably eat that. Right. So I bought an entire basket full of a type of peach that I am not going to attempt to pronounce because we will be here all day. Yeah, I'm supposed to get myself on a bland diet for a while. I don't know what that means, and I forgot to ask. But yeah, I'm supposed to be bland. And I'm just like, well, applesauce is bland, right? Apparently I'm supposed to avoid fatty foods. I don't want to. Cannot eat bananas anymore because insides. I understand. There is quite the list of foods that I can't eat because stomach is growing, which is why I'm in the process of doing things and talking to medical health professionals because it's gotten pretty bad, y'all. I mean, people pick on me, people pick on me enough for my inability to sleep like an adult. I don't need people to pick on me for how little I eat because I'm afraid of all the things I used to like to eat that now hurt my insides. Yeah, it started suddenly. I don't know why. I only really like bananas and apples. Yep, bananas and apples are my favorite. Well, no, not my favorite. Mangoes are my favorite. And then bananas, apples, and pears and grapes. Uh-oh. We have a visitor. Come on. You want to come say hi to your fans? Come along, love. Yeah, I know. There's a weird buzzy sound. There she is. There she is. She has graced us all with her presence. Please do not put your paws near that fan, my love. Okay? Good girl. Hello. Let me move my phone so you can lay down. Hello, Baba. She has been so snuggly lately because, like, I've been in bed. Like, she's always snuggly. It's Azzy. But, like, since I haven't been getting up at my desk, she has been hovering. Because me not being at my desk is very weird for her, apparently. And she has been keeping me company when I get sick. And she's my little squishy bum, and I love her so much. He's a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Look how pretty you are. So me gushing at my cat here. See, I don't like kiwis. I think kiwis. I used to love strawberry kiwi flavored things, but not no more. She's my girl. She says hi. Look at this beach. Just like, give me cuddles, human. You must give me. It's been really cute. When I sit up in the bed, like I usually cross my legs, and she'll curl up like in that space in the middle and just look up at me. and then my hair will get caught in the breeze of the fan. So she'll start playing with my hair, and just be bonking and just go girl. I'm so thankful that I don't have more than 2 food allergies: lactose intolerance and being allergic to mold. So I can't have aged cheese. Wait a second. Wait. We are officially the same person, because I'm lactose intolerant and I have, I don't know if I'm necessarily allergic to mold. Mold sets off my allergies, or like you know how like pollen sets off people's allergies, like those kind of allergies. I have that kind of mold allergy. I don't necessarily know if it's connected to food. Does that make sense? I must snuggle the baby. Yosh. Up all night, so I can't sleep, brother monster. Now she's just like, okay, I'm gonna sniff around the desk now to see if there is anything I can touch, because I like touching things. I'm allergic to it enough that I can tell you if it's in the building by stepping inside, and it will off me if I. Holy biscuits! Yeah, no, okay, mine's not that bad. Mine is just basically sneezing and fatigue, and yeah, that's. Can you stop scratching that arm? There is nothing left of that chair arm for you to scratch, madame. Oh, we're lying back down? No, we're not lying back down yet. Azzy has found the fan cable and is now considering whether or not she wants to eat it, because she has no sense of self-preservation. Be careful, please. Just she's sniffing at the fan, and I'm like worried she's gonna get like a whisker caught or something in the blade. So I'm kind of paying attention to her a bit. What are you doing? Huh? Okay, come here. Come here, kid. Ugh. Now you sit on Mama's lap. Yeah, we found it out the hard way when I accidentally. Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. Yes, we found it out. I used to live in the States. I used to live in Niagara Falls, New York, and the place we were staying was a beautiful old colonial house. So that's where hubby was living at the time, and I spent so much time while I was over there sick, like just always tired, always sleeping, just the worst allergies. And I've never had like that kind of allergy before. And then I moved back home because I couldn't stay in the States, and I stopped being that sick. And yeah, it's one of the things I'm worried about now. Is like there is some mold in this apartment. There is all that flooding. We had a really bad clog that had it's been a fucking year, okay? And my allergies haven't been that bad, but then also I've been having these other weird health problems. So yeah. Way to bring down the vibe, Crystal. I lived in Virginia for about 5 months, and I was full on bedridden for 2 weeks because of the mold in the air. So you get it. You understand. You get me. Oh, what time is it? I mean, all right, so I'm kind of thinking that probably end the stream here. I'm going to just do the 4 hour, I think, because I'm starting to kind of wear out and it's getting just really hot. So I think we'll do I mean, do we want to do another sprint or do we want to just vibe for like 20 minutes? On another note, I did not think I'd be referring to Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy in this story. That's rough. Or why did I say rough? I meant to say interesting. I think it's because I saw the mold in the air comment and my brain just kind of did that thing where I'm like, bleh. That's definitely an interesting reference to make. I mean, all things are a reference. And yeah, if there's a lot of mold in places, like it's in the air like dust. It really is, or like dander, or like pollen, or it becomes a time. You'd be surprised the kind of freaking allergies people are allergic to. Some of it can be a freaking weird. There, like, I'm trying to remember. I had a friend who's allergic to just the most bizarre fucking thing, and now I can't remember for the life of me because I haven't talked to that friend in like over 10 years. Yeah, the black mold's the scariest, which I think might be. I don't think we have black mold, but we might have black mold starting. I am too afraid to open up the wall. Or it's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. We have a little bit of like green and white shit in the bathroom. It's so much fun. I love my life. I love my apartment. My mom's like, well, now we need to win the lottery so that way you can get a better house. And I'm just like, that would be great. Mold allergies are super common in the US. We actually have allergen levels on the news that include mold. That's neat. I've never heard of that. That is nifty. And when my cousin's son was with his grandma, he came back with a cough and then healed from it. They thought it was a cold. Yikes. Yeah. It can get pretty no gusty. It can get pretty not good. And then her mother let slip that the neighbor had black mold, and my cousin and my hubby told her that their son wouldn't be allowed in the house anymore because of the mold. That's fair. We found out that, like, because obviously there's water damage because of the flooding. Well, like, apparently water damage is really common in this town. Because my landlord's cousin and friend or sister's aunt, like, there's like a good like handful of people that my landlord knows that also has water damage in their places, and I'm just like, it does not make me feel very confident in even finding a new place to get away from this water issue. My last apartment had water issues because the unit above mine had a leak in their shower and they would just run down the wall down to my basement apartment. And it's like, I can never escape the water issues. Never. Also, hi Jess. We're coming in here at probably gonna just be streaming for probably another 12 more minutes. Because I was gonna do a 6-hour stream, but I'm kind of starting to run low. So we're just gonna do a 4-hour and call it good. So we're kind of vibing right now. She thought she threw a tantrum because she likes to exaggerate things to the extreme, telling her boyfriend that cousin wouldn't let her see her grandson because he called and yelled at my cousin and until the real world phrasing came out. Yikes. I think I always join you at the end. Yeah, it's like I try to do it like at minimum of 2. If I'm high energy, I'll do 6. Just because why not? And I'm still working on my energy levels. I was really hoping to do 6. We were going to do 6 today, and I was going to do some serious work on book 2, but then I ate, and like I feel okay, but I also just feel really tired because I'm still recovering from whatever the fuck's been going on with my insides for this last fucking month or 2. Someday, like I want to get back to like the 6-hour streams while I was actually drafting Immortal Masquerade were so much fun. I want to do more. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. My brother had it. His neighbors upstairs had their toilet broken and didn't tell the landlord. Shit. That is rough. Sorry. Evidence. Right? The problem is there's so many landlords can get away with this shit. Like the last place I lived had issues where if the tenant board and stuff like that, if they heard about that place, they would have had the whole entire, like, it was again one of those old colonial houses that got refitted. But there's so many issues, like if they found out, that they probably would have just condemned the whole building. But we didn't want to, like, none of us wanted to say anything because then we didn't have a place to live. They've made rent evictions illegal now, which is cool. I thought that was neat. Wow, I am falling hard and fast. Next stream will be next Saturday. I'm just doing 1 stream a month right now, mostly because I want to write and I want to be productive. But I don't have that much time on StreamYard. So I can only do 20 hours. As I just don't really feel like playing games right now. I just feel like writing, which is a good thing. But it also just kind of limits how many streams I can do a month. The next Chaos stream is the 25th, and Mars is going to be hosting it on their channel, so keep an eye out for that. Like I said, Desserts and Dragons is on some kind of hiatus, whether or not it's going to be indefinitely or just for the summer. I don't know. I mean, I really want to do something for August because I had a plan for like to celebrate my dad's birthday, but it's effort and it's money, and yeah, I don't know what the plan is for Desserts and Dragons right now. I don't have a video coming out right now. I was going to do vlogs, but I haven't really been writing, so I'm not. You get the idea. Oh, thank you for the sprint. I got a lot done. I am so proud of you and so happy for you. I didn't know about that. I don't know about that. My brother learned when he wanted to move out that his landlord had died 2 years ago and his son had taken over. That's fucked up. That's fucked up right there. That's them fucked up. All right. Okay, screw ending at 4. I'm just gonna pull the plug. Because, like, there is a steady decline on my energy level right now. So until next time, I love and appreciate every single one of you. And we'll see you guys in the next video, stream, reel. Find me on TikTok. Who knows when I'll be there. But wherever the hell it is you find me next. Bye, guys.